Hey, you know that phrase selling equals service? You hear it everywhere. Selling equals service, selling equals service. Well, for me and for many of my clients, that's great. It's been such an important mindset shift, but it doesn't always take us all the way there. So, specifically when you're in kind of a client getting rut, all of a sudden you're just not getting those clients. I wanted to offer some really powerful questions that you could be asking yourself that will help move you on to that next phase and get you out of that rut. So, the first thing you want to ask is, am I allowing myself to ask for the right clients? And if so, why not? Now, I have a client right now who was able to put it so clearly and perfectly. She said, I want to work with women who have been successful in other areas of their life because they know that if they just get the right guidance and the right support with this, they're going to be able to do so well here as well. And because they've been successful elsewhere, they have the resources to actually pay me and get where they need to be. And they have that success mindset. I thought that's such a beautiful way to put it. And so few of us allow ourselves to actually put it that way. And when I say put it that way, I also mean in our copy, right? In our messaging, as well as in our conversations. Now, if that's happening to you, ask yourself why. Like, don't just stop there. Ask yourself why you aren't allowing yourself to ask for the right kind of client. So often it comes down to, well, I want to help everybody. Or the people that I most want to help are actually the ones that don't have the resources to pay me. Well, question yourself on that one. It's a really important. And here's something that happened to me. Earlier this year, I had had a baby, and I noticed that a lot of my sales conversations were not ending in yes. And I thought, what in the world is going on here? Yes, I took a little break, but I mean, come on, what's going on? Until I realized, after a lot of mindset work, that what was going on was that I was feeling really busy and overwhelmed. And I thought that if I took on more clients, it was just going to put me over the edge. I would just be that much more busy and overwhelmed. And so I wasn't actually allowing myself to ask for the clients that would really want to work with me because I didn't really want the clients. So, important question. The second question I'd invite you to ask yourself is, what could I be doing to increase my confidence outside of the sales conversation? And when I say sales conversation, I also mean outside of the posts that you're doing in social media, outside of any place where there could be in your head sales momentum. That's what I mean by sales conversation. So, what can you be doing outside of that environment to increase your confidence? I mean, it could be something like taking on a new way of eating for 30 days or a new workout regimen. Because even though it seems unrelated, and I can just hear the little voices saying, well, Jenna, how is a new diet going to help my sales conversations? You would be surprised how much your excitement and your sense of accomplishment in one area of your life can actually translate into how you project yourself in other areas. And so I always counsel people to have like 3 pillars of self improvement going on in their life. So that, yes, at the end of the day, you may not have gotten a yes on that sales conversation, but you know that in 2 other areas of your life, you really nailed it. And so that's a win. Like, that's a really good day. So the first question, just to rehash for people that have hopped on right now, the first question to ask yourself is, am I allowing myself to ask for the right kind of clients? And if not, why not? And the second question to ask yourself is, what could I be doing in other areas of my life to increase my confidence other than in business? And then the third, and this is such a game changer, such an important question here. The third one is to ask yourself, what's in it for me? And I don't mean what's in it for me if I get this client. I don't mean like, what does this say about me? What does it mean about me? Or what will it mean for my family if I get this money? None of that, because all of that really creates attachment that you don't need, because it can come across as like a neediness that people can pick up on. So what I really mean is, in this sales conversation, what's in it for me. So when I put out an offer for free calls, or like on my lead magnet, if I have a free call, I always go in there with something really strategic in mind. So maybe I'm testing out the way that I deliver something to be really concise and really clear. Because if I do that, if I see that it's resonating with people, I know that I'm going to be using that in a course that I'm developing. Or if maybe I'll say, well, I had this idea for a webinar. I'd really like to include this in a webinar, but it sounds great in my head. Does it actually sound great in anybody else's head? Can I test this with live people and see if it is really as powerful as I think it is? So every time you can go into any kind of sales conversation, and again, that could be a social media post, every time you can go into it with that kind of mindset and that kind of expectation, it takes away the bigger, a more looming picture of whether or not this is going to turn into a yes or a no conversation, because it's a win-win either way. You know they're getting something out of it, and so are you, and therefore it's just a beautiful thing. And sometimes that's just an idea. Sometimes an idea comes up in that conversation that allows you to go on and do better things, or allows another person to go on and do better things. And that in itself can be enough. So really quickly, the 3 questions you need to be asking yourself if you're in a client getting rut is, number 1, am I allowing myself to ask for the right kind of clients? And if not, why? And the second question would be, what can I do to build my confidence outside of business, outside of that sales conversation? And then the third and final one is, what's in it for me? But not what's in it for me if I actually get that client to say yes, but what's in it for me in this actual conversation, so that no matter what happens, it's win-win and I can walk away happy. So I'd love to know if there was a specific point that resonated for you, or even if you're wondering, like, how does this actually apply to my industry or to my circumstances? Let's just hash it out in the comments so that everybody can see. If you're going through something, I guarantee that so is somebody else, and we can just all learn and grow. I mean, that is what this group is about. So I really hope this helped. Bye for now.